Welcome to our online reading session of the book The Modern Mission of Srila Prabhupada. So we'll start our session by chanting prayers. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakya. Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namo. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktika. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Picharine Nirvishesh Punyamade. पाश्चात्य देशताय जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम कम करते वाचलम नमः आत्मा मंदे शिवदने वागीशा यस्य वदने लक्ष्मी यस्य च वक्षसि यस्यास्ते हृदये संवितं गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय अधिकाय तथाले कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नमः गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय गुरुवे गौरचंद्राय अधिकाय कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय दत्त तंत प्रविशमाच मां प्रसन्तां संजीवयत्य शक्तिधर सुदाम प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं निज गुरु हरिवाण्या कृष्ण चित्तो चिंतु तो भजन सुखांतो मजीवन संसविश्व. So we are reading from the section part 2, Srila Prabhupada's success. We are in the section killing the demonic mentality. Am I audible to everybody? Hare Krishna, am I audible or it's mute or it's fine, able to hear? Audible? हरे कृष्णा, मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ सब सुनाई दे रहा है कि नहीं दे रहा है?
दोस्तों सुनाई दे रहा है.
Okay, thank you. Killing the demonic mentality. Naturally, a Vaishnava does not like to kill, but this movement is meant to kill the demons who are opposite to Krishna consciousness. The Krishna consciousness movement is spreading all over the world. The Krishna consciousness movement is spreading all over the world. The Krishna consciousness movement is spreading all over the world with two aims: to establish Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead and to kill all the pretenders who falsely present themselves as avatars. The preachers of the Krishna consciousness movement must carry this conviction very carefully within their hearts and kill the demons who are in many tactful ways vilify the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. To take shelter of Narasimha Dev and Prahlad Maharaj, it will be easier to kill the demons who are against Krishna and thus establish Krishna's supremacy. This movement has invented to kill all the so-called yogis, swamis, avatars, rascals, philosophers, and commentators. We have to kill, vanquish all these rascals, so-called swamis. They say that, why do you criticize others also? Because we have to vanquish them. So next time if somebody says, why do you criticize others also? And this is the answer. Because we have to vanquish them. Now these people cannot rise. When there is sunrise, there is no use of glowworms. This Krishna consciousness movement is Krishna himself, therefore they must be finished all over the world. So-called religionists, so-called philosophers, so-called avatars, swamis, yogis, finished. Our program should be like that. A real devotee is violent to the moodas. Wow. We don't want violence. But the Prabhupada is saying, Maharaj is writing, a real devotee is violent to the moodas. Wow. We have to kill this civilization of moodas. This is Krishna consciousness movement. Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya chatuskritam. Those who are actually human beings, you have to give them Krishna. And those who are moodas, we have to kill them. This is our business. Kill all moodas and give Krishna to the sane man. Yes, that will prove that you are really Krishna's. Sorry. That will prove that you are really Krishna's. We are not non-violent. We are violent to the moodas. Oh, Baba. First time I'm hearing this. Giriraj Swami recalled a light-hearted exchange. As we were walking back from the beach one morning, Prabhupada continued speaking with devotees. When we take charge of the government, he said playfully, we'll go to the people and tell them either you chant Hare Krishna or we will kill you. All the devotees laughed except for me. Prabhupada turned to me and said, what do you think, Giriraj? Yes, very good, Srila Prabhupada. I said with much conviction I could muster. He turned to other devotees and announced our Giriraj is non-violent. And then we all laughed. However, when asked, should we use violence to spread Krishna consciousness, Srila Prabhupada clear, no, you cannot create love by violence. It is not necessary to commit violence to stop the opposition. It is not necessary to commit violence to stop the opposition from hindering a movement, for one can kill their demonic behavior with reason and argument. Okay, but if Muslims are warning you, they are what reason and argument you can speak to the jihadi Muslims? Hmm? They will tell you are, we will kill you. And they might kill some devotees also. At that time, what we'll do? We'll do Trinadapi Sunichan or what? I don't know. I have to ask Maharaj. Following in the footsteps of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whatever there is obstacles, the Hare Krishna movement should kill the opposition with reason and argument and thus stop their demonic behavior. If we become violent in every case, it will be difficult for us to manage our affairs. That is correct. He unambiguously proscribed physical killing. By killing, we don't mean that you take a weapon. That is not possible in this age. Neither have you got the strength. This is the problem. We don't have the strength to kill. If you kill, then you will be killed also. But there are two kinds of victory. By logic, by reason, by education, you can kill their demonic propensities. That is also killing. If one is a demon, and if you can turn him into a devotee by your logic, by your logical arguments, then also he is killed. His demonic principle is killed. Now he is saintly person. In Kali Yuga, they are already very poverty-stricken and poor. So this physical killing is too much for them. They should be killed by argument, reason, scientific propositions. That it will work with Muslims and I don't know. When some early devotees proposed killing a group of miscreants who had physically attacked them, Srila Prabhupada responded, killing proposal is not good. We have to kill them with arguments and reason, not with sticks and weapons. Jaduran, I am very glad that you want to kill the non-devotee. You should, however, leave the matter to your good God brothers who will take care of it. I am pleased to learn of your spirit of protest, but sometimes we have to tolerate. Killing is by Sankirtan. We have to fight with them, but not with sword or any other weapon. By the Sankirtan movement, Yajna Sankirtani Prai. In this age, Kali Yuga, to kill the demons means to stop their demonic activities by the Astra, weapon of Kirtan, Hari Sankirtan, which is spread by Lord Chaitanya's associates. We have no strength to kill demons. Krishna will do so. If by your endeavor Krishna comes in this moment, then these kamsas will be destroyed. That is the only hope. Krishna will act through his movement and kill these demons. How it will be done, you cannot know, but it will be done. The meantime is going to be killed. On a large scale, Srila Prabhupada foresaw that Krishna would orchestrate the demons to mutually annihilate themselves. I saw a picture. I have a picture of a king cobra. I have a picture of a king cobra. What it is doing is it is there is in masons have this saw. They use this saw. So this king cobra is what is that? No, king cobra is catching. Sorry, king cobra is catching the tail of a python, and the python is holding the mouth of the king cobra, and both of them are entangled in this on this saw. If you want, I can send this picture in the group. So this is clear-cut example. Srila Prabhupada, this is also arrangement by Krishna. Vinashaya Chatushkritam. I will arrange soldiers. Russia will arrange for military power. America will arrange for military power, and they will be engaged in fighting so that the overburdened earth will be released from all these demons. And it will pave the way for Krishna consciousness. So long they are alive, they will protest against Krishna consciousness. This is brainwashing. So Krishna will arrange war between them. Then they will be finished, and it will be easy for us to make progress. Yes. Satsvarupa, why will that be favorable for us? Srila Prabhupada, Paritranaya Sadhuna, we are meeting so many obstacles for these rascal demons. And when they will be killed, then our path will be easier. And they will also understand that this demonic way of life is not good. Let us take to Krishna. Physical killing of demon is done by Krishna, and devotee is meant for this purpose, like Arjuna. But in Kali Yuga, following the example of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, killing the demons means to kill the demonic propensity of the people by introducing the Sankirtan movement. Regarding killing the demons, yes, Krishna has done it. Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya. But for us to kill like that, we first have to become first-class Krishna devotees like Arjuna or Hanuman. Then we can fight with Ravanas and demons. But that requires good strength, and we are not in a position now. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not kill the demons, but he converted them. So this should be our example. This Hare Krishna movement is also an astra, weapon of Krishna for killing the demons. But it is not like the sword. It is not active, but it is astra. It is killing the demons, but in a different way. The demonic habits are being killed. Everyone can understand how our demonic activities are being killed by this Hare Krishna movement. This is an astra, but it is being used in a different way because in these days they are so fallen. Manda bhagya, manda bhagya. Lazy and unlucky. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1, Text 10. A real astra cannot be used upon them. They are already dead. Therefore, use another type of astra to awaken them to life. That is Hare Krishna Maha Mantra Astra. Otherwise, they are already dead. Beating the dead horse. A horse is dead. What you will get by beating with whips? So they are big, big demons. Beating the horse, but actually, so they are big, big demons. Hiranyakashipu was required to be killed by the nails of the Lord, who appeared as a ferocious lion. But here, the teeny demons There is no need of nails or a sword. They are to be awakened simply by Krishna consciousness, chanting Hare Krishna. It is in this manner that our missionary activities are aimed at eradicating the demonic mentality on a wide scale. Whenever there is burden created by the demons and whenever the innocent devotees are distressed by demonic rulers, the Lord appears in due course of time to kill the demons with the assistance of real representatives. As it is the duty of the parts of the body to serve the whole, it is the duty of Krishna's devotee to serve Krishna as he wants. Krishna's business is to kill the demons, and therefore they should be a devotee's business also, because the people of Kali Yuga are fallen. However, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, out of kindness for them, did not bring any weapon to kill them. Rather, by spreading Krishna consciousness, love of Krishna, he wanted to kill their nefarious demonic activities. This is the purpose of Krishna consciousness movement. Unless the demonic activities on the surface of the world are vanquished or diminished or vanquished, no one can be happy. The program for the conditioned soul is fully described in Bhagavad Gita, and one simply has to follow these instructions to become happy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has therefore prescribed Harer Nama Iva Kevalam Kalo Nasteva 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 Gatiranyatha Brhat Naradiya Purana. Let people chant the Hare Krishna mantra constantly. Then their demonic tendency will be killed and they will become first class devotees, happy in this life and in the next. Krishna condemns demons, but devotees deliver them. Lord may condemn the demons, but because the Vaishnavas are there, there is ample chance for the demons to become blessed by the devotees of the Lord. The devotees of the Lord are so powerful that each and every one of them has the power of delivering many demons, even if condemned by the Lord. The preaching work of the Krishna consciousness movement is specifically meant for delivering the demons. Therefore, if you remain faithful to the Lord, you shall be able to deliver so many demons. So there is no cause of being disappointed because of the demons being condemned by the Lord. So there is no cause of being disappointed because of the demons being condemned by the Lord. It is the duty of the devotee to deliver them, and the Lord is so powerful that through his pure devotee, anyone can be delivered. Never mind how he is fallen or condemned. This will be the test of our preaching. Our preaching means to turn demons into devotees. That is our preaching. If you keep them as demons, then your preaching is lacking. This movement not only kills the Jagai Madhai principle, but also via the chanting affords protection. At the present moment, the whole world is full of Jagais, Jagai and Madhais. There are four principles. Jagai Madhai means illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling. This Krishna consciousness movement is killing these Jagai Madhai principles, illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication, and gambling. One side killing the Jagai Madhai principle, and other side protection by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Another way of killing without killing is to take away the false prestige, as Arjuna did with Ashwadhama. Such killing involves removing the prestige of persons espousing wrong ideas by defeating their misconceptions. Okay. Okay, Paramatma Ananda Prabhu, please continue to read.
Hare Krishna Guru. Preaching
Hare
preaching requires fighting. Ironically, the endeavor to uplift the fallen, godless populace requires fighting with them, and thus we have to fight with these demons. When there is a need of fighting, we must fight. Real preaching is the antithesis of the easygoing life that Srila Prabhupada so much condemned. In preaching, you have to meet opposing elements. So many will criticize, so many will attack. Nityananda Prabhu was hurt personally. This is missionary work, not that whenever I find some opportunity, go to some solitary place and sleep. Preaching is always difficult. That I have repeatedly said. You cannot take preaching as very easygoing. Preaching must be a fight. Do you mean do you mean to say that fighting is easy? Fighting is not easy. When there is a fight, there is danger, there is responsibility. We have to fight against all this nonsense. Nonsense scientists, nonsense religionists. It is not an easygoing, sleeping business. We have to fight with so many demons. Otherwise, khawa dawa adda khana. My Guru Maharaj used to say, bake some rice and bring it, and cook it and eat and sleep. This is Bengali line. However,
it is also called as Khava Dava Dukan.
ah, yes, yes, Prabhu.
There there is one more
Dukan means
saying by
shop.
Bhakti. Yeah, yeah, Khava Dava Dukan. They also say Khava Dava Dukan means you offer, you do arti, offer, eat, and then you clean.
Mm, yes. Mm. You cannot enforce. The atheistic party, the godless civilization is so strong. So you are not weak. You are protected by the Supreme. But our mission is not to fight, but our mission is to convince. This is the method to be accepted by devotees, those who are in Krishna consciousness, to preach the philosophy in the world. Therefore, fighting is not the first option. It should be a last resort. We have not got anything to gain by fighting the demons in the streets and courts. No, our process of solving the matter is simple. Why should we unnecessarily take botheration for fighting? Only after exhausting every possibility of a peaceful solution shall we fight anyone. Just like Krishna, he did not call for fighting until after every chance for a settlement failed. So we shall try to overcome our opponents first by our words and our behavior, and all means of friendly approach we shall attempt by sober planning, and only later, all else failing, shall we actually fight. That is our philosophy. And if we stick to these lines of politics and diplomacy as set out for us by Krishna, we shall expect always victory without any doubt. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna Yatra Partho Dhanur Dharaha Tatra Shrir Vijayo Bhutir Dhruva Nitir Matir Mama. Declaration of war. Because Krishna consciousness means fighting with ignorance, devotional service is more or less a declaration of war against the illusory energy. Particularly, preaching means war. Preaching the cult of devotional service is something like declaring war against materialistic life. The whole Krishna consciousness movement is engaged in this war. Our Krishna consciousness movement has actually declared war against the illusory energy in which all the living entities are rotting in a false understanding of civilization. The war is by Sankirtan against the demons, godless civilization. Big Sankirtana is book distribution and small Sankirtana is with Mridanga. Big Sankirtana is going on all over the world, small Sankirtana locally. Our flood, the demons, godless civilization, our declaration of war against this godless civilization. War is required, especially against people who claim to be God. Due to a poor fund of knowledge, living entities conditioned in this material world claim to be God. They are thus illusioned. A living entity cannot be on the level of a Vishnu Tattva or the personality of Godhead at any stage. Therefore, it is lud- ludicrous. What is this, Prabhu?
It is called ludicrous.
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 Sorry.
Ludicrous means foolish, unreasonable.
Hmm.
Yes.
Therefore, it is ludicrous for a living entity to claim to be God. Advanced spiritualists would never accept such a thing. Such claims are made to cheat ordinary foolish people. The Krishna consciousness movement declares war against such bogus incarnations. The bogus propaganda put out by people claiming to be God has killed God consciousness all over the world. War against rascals. This Krishna consciousness movement is a war declared against all these rascals. We have got many enemies, but we don't care for them. Still, we shall go on. In the war against all swamis, all yogis, all pseudo religionists, all politicians, all leaders, all scientists, Srila Prabhupada said, our business is to protect against all of them. Empathetically
Protest.
opposing,
Protest. Protest. Not protect. Protest.
protest against all of them. Empathetically opposing those who misrepresent Krishna. Somebody
It's
is
not,
Krishna.
Prabhu, it's not empathetically, it's emphatically.
Oh, empathetically, yes.
Not sympathetically. Empathetic is different. Emphatic is different. Emphatically.
Emphatically opposing those who misrepresent Krishna. Somebody is Krishna himself, somebody is greater than Krishna. Somebody says Krishna has no form, somebody says that Krishna is dead, and so on. Our program is to offer vehement,
Hmm.
vehement protest against all these nonsensical declarations. For Srila Prabhupada exposing the charlatans was more important than personal salvation.
Charlatan means pretenders.
Okay.
Pseudo gurus are called charlatans.
Mhm. Okay. Charvaka. Mm. My mission.
Charvaka. No, no, Charvaka is a
Similar.
is an English word. Charvaka is another name. That is different.
Follower, followers of Charvaka.
No, Charvaka is hedonism. Charvaka philosophy is hedonism. Anyhow, it's all mixed up.
Similar word.
No,
Char.
no, no. Charvaka is an English word. Charvaka is you're mixing two things.
Yes. Okay. My mission is to defeat false yogis, gurus, and so-called incarnations. I may not go back to Krishna, but I can expose these bogus rascals.
But now ISKCON devotees don't want to expose anybody. They want to what is that? They have to have interfaith conferences with them. They
Mm.
want to they want to hug them. I want to
Yeah.
go to Ravi Shankar and hug him. I want to talk with Sadguru and have terms with him. I will never say to the people that Sadguru is bogus, is
Yeah.
Asat Guru. I will only tell that Except Sadguru, everybody is good. Sadguru. We want to have podcast with Sadguru, podcast with Ravi Shankar. We'll never say Ravi is not Ravi Shankar, he's Ravi Kankad. Mission, Prabhupada's mission is different than today's big preachers' mission is different.
Yes, Guru. Some sannyasis meet Mayavadis also.
Yeah, that is what. Some gurus, because their gurus are meeting, the disciples are also like that.
Yes.
So they also don't want to say that they are bogus. Actually
Mm.
speaking, every state has so many bogus people. Right from Punjab, Radha Swami. If you take Radha Swami, Pagal Baba, Premananda in UP, Bihar, there are so many. There is Gadi Baba, there is Pagal Baba, there is Aniruddha. Aniruddha, what is his name?
Shirdi Sai Baba.
Shirdi Sai Baba. Aniruddha is there. There is one fellow in Bengal. Aniruddha, what is his name? Anukul. And what is it? Anukul?
Anukul.
Anukul. There is Anukul. And then you come to Andhra, there is Sai Baba, Shirdi Baba,
Ramakrishna.
and there is Ramakrishna, Vivekananda, Yogananda, Sahaja Yoga, Gita Parivar, Gayatri Parivar. You have Ravi Shankar, you have Nityananda, so many, Mata Amritanandamai, you have Shiv Shankar Baba. The names are unending like anything. Ramesh Ojha in Gujarat, Nirmal Baba, so many. List is
Yeah.
unending. Okay.
I may not go back to Godhead, but I want to expose the cheaters. Inducting.
So now devotees have changed this logo. They're saying, I want to go back home to Godhead and I don't want to expose these cheaters.
Mm. Yes.
I want to go back home back to Godhead. I won't want to expose the cheaters. And I don't think they will say even they are cheaters. Of course, we are not having any enviousness towards the preachers nowadays, but because they are not saying, we are saying, that's all. Yes, Prabhu, read.
Mm. Inducting his disciples into the fight. Bring any so called yogi, swami, or incarnation, our students will challenge him. He does not know anything. We have got such a nice book of knowledge, Bhagavad Gita, by the arguments and propositions in the Bhagavad Gita, we can capture all these rascals and nonsense. Stick to your principles and be Krishna consciousness. We have to prove to the world that anyone who is not Krishna conscious is a Dushkritina and Murha. Perceiving that the world's chaotic condition is because the Murhas are going as intelligent, Srila Prabhupada ordered his disciples to fight with and expose these rascal Murhas. Rascals do not believe that there is a next life. Such men may pose as scientists and philosophers, but actually they have no knowledge and they simply mislead others. This is our greatest source of grief, and therefore I have requested the members of Krishna consciousness movement to challenge and defeat these rascals who are misleading the entire human society. We can challenge any
Okay. One one second. Actually, we are talking about defeating and challenging outsiders. But if we try to challenge and if we speak against these rascals, first our leaders will oppose. And we will get a call from some of the zonal secretary or GBC, or somebody will call the temple president and say that such and such devotee is speaking on the live lecture against such and such guru, yogi, baba. Control his tongue. He should speak responsibly. One devotee from one zone, he called. Now he is so-called guru now in ISKCON. Uh, he called the general manager, I don't know, general manager of a temple, saying that why are you telling Ravi Shankar bogus? You should not tell. You should speak responsibly. He's telling this devotee that you should speak responsibly. And they will have now 15th of February, Shivratri is coming. So all over ISKCON, Shivaji will come in the form of Shivalinga and they will have whole night Kirtan. So now that is going to become famous, and they will call some Mayavadi rascals and bastards in their temple, and then make them do Abhishek and have Hare Krishna mantra chanting. And this they will say that it is preaching. It is not preaching, it is bogus, worshipping demigods. Huh? And in one temple, they have worshipping on Ganpati Puja, they will do Ganpati Puja, and now Shivji Puja on Shivratri. They will do Durga Puja also. One day they will have Durga deity also in the temple and they will say it is all for preaching. They will get nice money. People will give flock money like anything. On Shivratri, on Ganesh Puja, they will give so much of money. It is all for name, fame. It is nothing to do with preaching. It is all bogus. Sukraira Vishtha. That's all.
Mm. So in our
Yes.
local center here, and they did Saraswati Puja this year.
They will say it is Divya Saraswati and we are doing Saraswati Puja. Hmm.
Yes.
Saraswati Puja, they will do what? Saraswati Puja, why they are doing? Because to get money. To
Mm.
get money. That is the only thing. They will do Saraswati Puja. They will tell, they will have Guru Puja. They will have Guru Purnima day. They will worship all gurus, so-called gurus. But they will never tell only Prabhupada is the guru. Rest are all bogus. They will never say that. Mm.
Mm.
Okay, read.
we can we can challenge any nonsense philosophy. Socrates, Plato, Kant, Darwin, all of them, so many mental speculators and word jugglers who have misled so many people. Now it is your task to find them out and expose them so that the people may appreciate the real philosophy. Now we must become very serious to save the people of the world from this very dangerous situation. A less militant approach to exposing the rascals and cheaters. That is one of our business, to expose these rascals who are cheating and who have no spiritual asset. We don't say publicly that they are rascals, otherwise they will condemn also, but by practical action they will see and compare. Simply chant and dance, distribute prasada, and where possible distribute some books. Nobody will be crushed. The prime means to defeat the cheaters is by distribution of transcendental literature and by preaching and exemplifying the principles expounded therein. Though the distribution of this literature we can
True,
complete
true, true, true. Through the
through three.
distribution, not though.
Yes, yes. Through the distribution of this literature, we can completely annihilate all the bogus yogi groups in the world. Of this fact, I am sure. In all our books, we have very scientifically covered all such demons. These yogis are mostly bluffers. They have no substance to give. You can openly declare this fact. Try to distribute our yes very widely and preach also. These bogus yogis and swamis will vanish. Simply by presenting Bhagavad Gita as it is, we can defy all these rascals. Everything is there. If we simply if we simply stick to the principles of the Bhagavad Gita, we will defeat all the pseudo leaders of the present society. Even Even the phony so-called sadhus and yogis who are coming from India. During 1977, when the movement was being attacked on many fronts, Srila Prabhupada confirmed that the best counterattack is through book distribution. When you conquer book by books, that is real conquering.
Okay, Prabhu.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Jagannath Chandra Prabhu, are you there?
Yes, Prabhuji, I am there. Yeah.
Please.
The order to fight or not to fight is not an option. In Srila Prabhupada's movement, everyone is meant to be a fighter. We shall fight and chant Hare Krishna. Then everything is all right. We cannot stop fighting. Telling his disciples, we have to fight with the whole world. Srila Prabhupada ordered them, you have to do this to fight all these rascals, especially to be targeted where the misleading demons of the world. We have to fight with all these so-called leaders, scientists, and philosophers, just like Krishna came to kill all the demons because the world is full of demons. Krishna had so many demons. He proved himself by killing them. We have to prove ourselves.
Prabhu, Krishna had so many enemy demons.
Oh, enemy demons. Okay. Krishna had so many enemy demons. He proved himself by killing them. We have to prove ourselves and kill the enemies, but we kill by propaganda, not by assassination. Various categories of misleaders are to be faced and defeated. While preaching Krishna consciousness with full vigor, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Prabhu, while preaching Krishna consciousness, you are reading Krishna conscious.
Okay, so okay. While preaching Krishna
Please be
consciousness
mindful.
with full vigor, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu faced many Mayavadi philosophers. Similarly, we are also facing opposing swamis, yogis, impersonalists, scientists, philosophers, and other mental speculators. And by the grace of Lord Krishna, we successfully defeat all of them without difficulty. To his scientist disciples, he gave the command to fight the scientific rascals. We have to make a very strong propaganda against this theory that life started from matter. Otherwise, if you only sleep and take a doctorate title, what is the use? You have to fight against these rascals. Make your party of soldiers and start fighting against these rascals. No more toleration, no more silence. Although the fight is against many, the number saved might not be great. It is a soul killing civilization. We have to fight against it to save at least a few men. Indeed, if we can save even one person, Hare Prabhu, you have gone ahead. No, Prabhu.
Yes.
It is a great service. Even if it seems that devotees are unsuccessful in their preaching efforts, they should continue like dutiful soldiers. If he is not superficially successful in such an attempt preaching, he should not be deterred from the discharge of his duty. Success or failure has no meaning for a pure devotee because he is a soldier in the field. Martial analogies. Being fond of the martial analogies, Srila Prabhupada often referred to devotees as soldiers. Yeah, next page. Our movement is a declaration of war against Maya. So you have to recruit many fighting soldiers. So do it vigorously. We Krishna conscious people are soldiers of the world. We are fighting against influence of Maya or the non-devotees. Let us act as his army. In this gigantic gorilla.
We Krishna conscious, Prabhu, we Krishna conscious people are soldiers of the Lord, not the world.
Soldiers. Okay, are soldiers of the Lord. we are fighting against influence of Maya or the non-devotees. Let us act as his army. In this gigantic guerrilla warfare movement, fighting with Maya, books were bombs, leaders were lieutenants, and the overall effort was a bliss. Fight with Maya means to drop thousands and millions of books into the lap of conditioned souls. Just like during wartime, the bombs are raining from the sky like anything. Combined, you can perform a great bliss for bombarding the Western world with Krishna philosophy. This I wanted, and Krishna is sending my good lieutenants. While being very ever immersed in Bhagavad Gita philosophy, Srila Prabhupada was anything but an armchair philosopher. Dubbed by Tamil Krishna Goswami as our commander-in-chief, he was indeed a field marshal in the war against Maya. Yes, Prabhu. Next page, Prabhu. Our business is how to expand, how to introduce Krishna consciousness into education circles. Let any philosopher, scientist, or educationist come. We have got enough stock. But this leisurely work will not do. They can learn activity from an old man like me. Because my determination is like this. If I die working, it is a great credit. Just like a marshal. If he dies on the battlefield, it is his credit. Arjun was told, even if you die, you are still the gainer. In this regard, Srila Prabhupada wrote a GBC member. You are setting a very good example in that you yourself are going to with the traveling party. The basic concept of commander is that he must be in the front in the fight, not that he sits back behind the lines. Being thus instigated by Srila Prabhupada, his disciples adopted a similar lexicon and perspective. For instance, Surah Das, one of the first big book distributors, reminisced, said, we wanted to be soldiers for Prabhupada's book distribution army. Murti Dasa felt similarly. Prabhupada's opinion of me and other devotees like me were not his intimate sannyas disciples, was like the relationship of a general to his soldiers. He always related to us in a military mood, very strict and cordial. We never felt that we could be on as familiar terms with Srila Prabhupada in terms of conversation or in activities, as did some of other devotees like Gurudasa and others. For some, next page, Prabhu. Reason, many in our generation of devotees relate to Prabhupada in that way that he was the master, the great general, and we were the privates. He lived that relationship, and so did we. If devotees were to be like soldiers, Srila Prabhupada taught, they would have to accept discipline as in an army. Your comparison of the soldier and commander is very appropriate. We are on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. One side Maya and other side Krishna. So the regulative principles of a battlefield, namely to be abide by the order of the commander, must be followed. Otherwise, it is impossible to direct the fighting capacity of the soldiers and thus defeat the opposing elements. Kindly, therefore, take courage. You are capable in so many ways. Let things be rightly done so that our mission may be correctly pushed forward to come out victorious. For Krishna service, we should submit to the immediate officer or commander, just like soldiers. For soldiers, there's no question of discrimination. Whatever is ordered by the commander, it is immediately done. Next page, Prabhu. However, these analogies were not meant to be taken too literally. Once a friend of the devotees wrote to Srila Prabhupada with a crackpot suggestion that devotees could man frigates sail around the world and demand people at a gunpoint to chant Hare Krishna. What is frigates? I don't know. Srila Prabhupada graciously replied that
warship with a mixed armament,
Okay.
generally heavier than destroyer. It's a
Mhm.
warship. It's a warship. Okay.
It was good. Okay. Srila Prabhupada graciously replied that it was a good idea to have a navy for spreading Krishna consciousness, but that guns would not be required because our weapons are kartalas and the chanting and the mridangas will cause explosions. More seriously, Srila Prabhupada became disgusted by a news report from New Zealand concerning two French followers who had been killed in a blast while fashioning a bomb with the aim of destroying a meat factory. Srila Prabhupada commented, how foolish they are by blowing up the meat works. Will that change the meat eater's mentality? Prabhuji, I have gone.
I didn't go. The point is that it goes very fast sometimes. Okay, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Shyam Swarup Prabhu, please read.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
You know who is Shyamananda Prasad? He came and he left. Anybody knows who is Shyamananda Prasad? Where is he from? No, nobody knows.
No problem.
Okay. Yes, Prabhu, please continue. Shyamananda Prasad.
Encouraging the fighters. As a transcendental military commander, Srila Prabhupada shaped up his ragtag army and inspired in them esprit de corps by leading from the front with the resolve to conquer or die in the attempt, repeatedly taking impossible risks and succeeding against all odds. Seeing this, his troops gave themselves to him and they became even more committed as his brilliant strategies again and again helped them overcome seemingly impossible obstacles. With the spirit of a true fighter, Srila Prabhupada had the will to win against all odds, never admitting defeat. Like a general addressing his troops, assuring them that what wherever we go, we shall conquer. He repeatedly adjured his disciples to continue fighting with enthusiasm despite all opposition and setbacks. Don't be disappointed. Go on, go on. Stick to the principles. Our Krishna consciousness movement is a protest against all this nonsense, and therefore we are unpopular. But we don't care for that. Popular or unpopular, we must go on with our business. We should not be disturbed by so called disturbances. There have been so many disturbances to our Krishna consciousness movement, but we cannot give up our forward march. Amid multiple harassments and disappointments, Srila Prabhupada pushed on and remained optimistic, taking it for granted that in the battle sometimes some men may be lost, and knowing that this could be disheartening to those who stayed, Srila Prabhupada urged his men forward. Because it is a fight against atheism, some of our soldiers may fall down, but that should not discourage us. We must go on fighting this atheistic civilization and try to push on the Krishna consciousness movement. It is not that all are destined to fall. If we remain sincere, even if we are feeble, newborn, nobody can kill us. Even if devotees were to be physically killed, that is no cause for consternation.
What is this consternation? Feelings of anxiety or dismay typically at something unexpected.
Unexpected. Mm.
So that means even if devotees are killed, physically killed, there is no cause of, what is that called? Anxiety. Okay.
Let us remain true soldiers. Suppose we die in the fight. The fight means with vow, with determination, either to gain victory or die. Because it is a fight against Maya, why shall we be afraid of being killed? Chuckles. Where there is fight, one must know that either I am going to be killed or gain victory. Jiva va mara va. Those who are devotees, either they live or they die, the same thing. While they live, they are serving Krishna. When they die, they will serve Krishna. Jiva va mara va. Tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mam eti. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, text 9. He goes to Krishna, loves. So, what is the loss? We are working for Krishna, and if we die, we go to Krishna. So, what is the loss? Assuring Krishna's warriors of Krishna's help. You are engaged in Krishna's preaching work, therefore, you are being specially favored by Krishna, just like the fighting soldier is receiving all special care by the government so that he will not be lacking anything, even if the citizens at home may be deprived of all comforts. Know for certain that Krishna will give you all facility to improve in every way according to the sincerity of your attempt to spread Krishna consciousness. To spread Krishna consciousness in the battlefield of preaching work. We should not be afraid because this place is dangerous. We should always expect danger. But if we are faithful to Krishna, if we simply expect help from Krishna, then Krishna will save you. These are the examples from the fight of Mahabharata. By Krishna's grace, we will be victorious. By being fully surrendered to Krishna and fighting for Krishna, we will be victorious with Krishna's help. Fight and depend on Krishna. That will bring you victory. Even in the presence of so many enemies, this movement is progressing, going forward without impediments. If the devotees continue to spread this movement,
Whoa.
dedicating life and soul to the lotus feet of Krishna, no one will be able to check it. The movement will go forward without limits. The victory formula. As much as possible, read, chant, and preach. This is our life and soul. If we keep to this simple formula, then there is no doubt that we will be victorious wherever we go, and very soon we shall become the only religion in the world. By sticking to this difficult task and remaining tolerant and merciful in the face of opposition, devotees will be recognized by Krishna, and that in itself is victory. You should always remember that you have taken on a very, very difficult task. Manushyanam sahasreshu kaschid yatati. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, text 3. Not a very easy task, but one thing is sure, whether you are successful or not, it is your victory. Because you tried for this, Krishna will be very pleased. That is your victory. As stated in the Shastras, a devotee should be both tolerant and merciful. Devotees engaged in preaching should be prepared to be accused by ignorant persons, and yet they must be very merciful to the fallen, conditioned souls. If one can execute his duty in the disciplic succession of Narada Muni, his service will surely be recognized.
1 second.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hmm. It is quite a big topic.
Big topic.
Okay, we will stop here and we will come together tomorrow to further read from Enemy of Everyone. Any devotees have anything to ask? Okay, so we will stop here and we'll meet tomorrow. Until then, thank you very much. Pancha kalpatarubhyacha kripa sindhebhyev cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. His Holiness Bhakti Vikas Swami Maharaj ki jai. The more dimension of Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thai Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari Bo. Hare Krishna.